Hello. First of all, I would like to thank you, um, Consult Bar, for the invitation and for this chance to discuss the situation in Russia now. And I would like to give some information about me and my company. First of all, so my name is Daria Gurova. I am CEO of Alexey Gurov and Partners, and I would like to talk about some of our business that we provide for our clients. Just hold on, I will wait for the presentation. So as I said, we have a law company in Russia. We have an office in Moscow. We have different clients, especially we have, we have some problems with the sound, and as I understand, I will speak a bit louder. We have different clients. Mostly we have clients in Russia. We have some clients in Israel because we are going to open the office here in Israel. So we are already 10 years old. First of all, we work with businesses, small and medium companies, with different foreign companies. We are helping them during their day-to-day business. We have a long time experience with arbitration and trials. We're also working with the shareholders meetings and everything like this with the corporate documents. We're working on the registration, amendments, things like this. During our clients' day-to-day business, we're working on the agreements. We're drafting special kinds of agreements that they can use for their business. We do due diligence for our clients if they want to buy some entities. So for now, I already have 20 years of legal experience, and as I said, we registered 10 years ago in 2009. Before that, we worked, I and my partner worked as lawyers in different foreign legal companies, and also in the one of the biggest companies, Russian legal companies in Russia. So we had a great experience during that period, and we're very thankful for that. But it came the time, and we started to provide services ourselves. When I'm talking I mean me and my husband. We have, because Alexey Gurov and Partners is a family office. We have also different employees, but the partners are my husband and I. His name is Alexey, as you can see. So for this 10 years period, we worked with different small and big corporation, in the insurance area, in different kind of area, in services, consulting, um, with the banks and financial organizations. We had issues regarding sanctions, if you know what I mean, sanctions that different European countries and USA um, put on Russia. Um, and I'm very pleased to tell you that most of our clients are clients for a long time period, because as long as they see how we work, they usually stay with us. And talking about myself, I finished Moscow State University. It is one of two most famous and most responsible and honorable universities in Russia. It also included in the list of top 100 universities in the world. And truly, I would say that it's really the best university in Russia. Uh, so, um, so like this, that's what I wanted to say about our company for now. Starting to talk about COVID-19 in Russia, um, you can see that for now it's less than 100,000 cases detected, less than 1,000 cases of death. And we have also good improvement. Mm, State authorities talking that the high point of COVID-19 spread will be on the beginning of May, but at the same time, we now talking that we can leave, that we can minimize all these restrictions that we have now in the middle of May. So hopefully, in the month or two, um, everything will be much better than now. What I would like to say, firstly, that we don't have information about unemployment, because we don't have statistic data for now. But as I read from different kind of sources, the unemployment situation will be much worse in the following year. One more specific thing for Russia is that real the real unemployment is not included to the statistics, because a lot of people are working, um, as we are calling this, in the gray zone. So they're not really they're employed as they have to be, or they don't have a official salary. So for now, the biggest problem for Russian people is that the people who haven't received official salary, or their official salary was much smaller than non-official part, they are in a very bad situation right now, because for example, their salary could be $1,000 and the official salary like $100. So they used to leave for $1,000, and but their companies who employed them, they're saying that because of the crisis and COVID-19, These companies cannot pay um, usual salary like $1,000, and these companies are saying that we are not firing these people, but we are paying these people only $100. And these employees really don't know what to do right now, because they don't want they don't really know what to eat for $100, and how to live. They have to pay their rent. They have to pay for, I don't know, for their some school things. Not a lot, but it should be. It can be. So this is the big one of the biggest problem in employment in Russia. Oh, what else? For now, President Vladimir Putin announced that we have non-working days. For me, as a lawyer, it is a very complicated issue, because according to the Russian legislation, there is no such thing like non-working days. So it's something extraordinary, and we all have to get used to live with this extraordinary days and situation. Um, so these non-working days were announced in the president's decree, and he announced it from March 29 until May 11th. And maybe we will see that it will be longer. So nobody for now knows if it is the final date, May 11th, or not. During this period of time, um, most of the people shall stay home in self-isolation. There's no force majeure circumstances in Russia, and for legal reasons, we don't really have a big opportunity to use the force majeure circumstances, because um, this is not officially announced. So the courts will decide in each situation what can be used and what can be done. So if we are talking about self-isolation, the problem is that in this self-isolation, people shall stay home. They shall be paid salary in full amount, as they got before COVID-19. They also can't go to work, and they have only possibility to go to shops, and to or some other places, but not really everything. So you can be stopped with the policeman, who say that you should go. What you are doing on the street? It not in all the regions of Russia, because Russia it's more than 80 regions. It's a big country, and even though that for now in every region there is one or more uh, cases of COVID-19, even though self-isolation is also in not in all regions. So for the employment, the problem is that all state authorities are talking that you can't fire your employee because of COVID-19. You should pay the salary, or you should conclude agreement with the employee that he wants to leave the company. And in Russia, the employment legislation is much more um, positive for the employees than to the employers. So you can't just fire the person because you want it in one day. There is an obligatory 2 month prior notice should be sent to the worker. So in case of COVID-19, the employers are in a situation, in very complicated situation, because they can't fire the workers because if they don't have money to pay the salary for them in one day, they have to call each worker to talk to him and to say that my company can't pay the salary to you. Please sign agreement with me. I will pay you, for example, a bit money for 1 month salary, or as they agree, and then the employer can leave the company. So for now, I know that big companies, for example, restaurants, they had to fire this way something like 90% of workers that were uh, previously in their company, and they had to talk to each of them, each of such uh, employee. One more thing in Russia regarding the employment and COVID-19 is that all unemployment benefits calculated according to the official salary is the first thing, and the second thing is that state is not going to pay the full amount of salary. The maximum unemployment benefit for now is like uh, $200. So this is all that the fired employee can receive from the state. This is really a big problem because, as I said before, nobody knows how to live. For example, in Moscow, it is not possible to live for $200. If you're paying for rent, if you have a family, it's not impossible. If we're talking about other regions, in some places you can, but it's like a village or very small places to live. So as you can see, in euros, the maximum amount in 150 euros, um, and the minimum amount can also be paid, and it's you can see in the presentation it's a very big amount, or a very small amount, sorry. So you can't live for this, and this minimum unemployment benefit is paid to people who, for all these people who was not officially working for past year or more. So as I said before, all these employees that didn't have official agreement with their official salary, they can ask state only for these 19 euros to live. Thus, we have statistics that nobody want to go to register as an unemployed because nobody knows how to live for this money. So for now, people are in big problems. I know people who just were asked to leave their houses because they can't pay the rent. What else? Now want to talk about help for business. Um, for now, we have information about several positive things that can be um, made can be used by small, large, and medium businesses. First of all, in Russia, there is the list of activities where companies were working, and only if a company is in this list, it can use the most part uh, of these positive things. Um, for example, if you are a transportation company, even the different kind of companies, it also consists of the air companies and railway station companies, all transportation. You can not pay for the rent for a couple of next months. So you will pay for, if you agree with your landlord, you will pay the full amount, or you will make like different payments during the year, the next year, 2021, or you and this um, these can be used for transportation companies, for tourism, for different stomatology companies, and the companies who are working in the um, field of sale. If they sell non-food things, so these companies are on the list and they're in priority. All other companies, they don't have so many privileges, and I would say they actually don't have privileges mostly at all. You can see in my presentation there the list of these privileges. There's a bankruptcy moratorium, um, business audit moratorium. Business audit moratorium, it's the moratorium when state authorities um, can't can't sorry. Okay, I will return to the bankruptcy first of all. So for the bankruptcy, we're talking that companies that can be going bankrupt, they can't do it until the period of until the end of the period of moratorium. As I understand, the end of the period is in September 2020, so we have some more time. Not every law agrees that a bankruptcy moratorium is a good thing for the companies, but but it is like this right now. Business audit moratorium. It's moratorium when the state government and state government authorities can check or audit any businesses until the end of the year 2020. So this means that no penalties will be allowed, and things like this. We also have credit vacation, but it doesn't really work good for now because not every bank agrees to provide these credit vacations to the businesses. This also is actual for the next thing. It's interest fee payday loans. Not There are not a lot of banks that agrees to provide interest-free loans for the businesses. So a lot of businesses are talking right now that they can take interest-free loans for their activity. That's why I wrote on the right side of the presentation to be continued. The reason was that credit vacations and interest-free payday loans, these things for now don't actually work properly. And the president of Russia told that state authorities shall work about this more properly, and they shall change this, that it will work. So we will see what will happen afterwards. Next thing that we have now for businesses is a tax break and different reduced payments to the state authorities. For the small businesses, a reduction of payments is from 30% to 15% right now, and tax break means that a company can postpone their payments in different kind of taxes. This doesn't mean the company can't pay taxes at all for the period of COVID-19, but they can postpone it for a couple of months. It depends on the certain tax. One good thing for Russian businesses, and that's what I talked previously about, is possibility not to pay rent right now for the offices, for I don't know, for any other um, things that use property. You can Businesses can not pay the rent, and they don't, and the penalties won't be used, and all landlords mm, shall discuss with these businesses that how these payments can be postponed starting from the beginning of the next year. So this is everything I wanted to talk about, and I hope that it was interesting for you. If you have any questions, you can ask me. I will here to answer them, and also you can contact me on our site alexeygurov.com. There all information about us you can find. Thank you very much for your attention, and see you soon.